An NCAA official resigned to protest transgender policies within that organization. That former board member is Bill Bock, and he joins me now. Bill, why exactly did you resign?
Well, Stuart, a bottom line, non-negotiable for any sports organization must be fair competition for women. And in business terms, the NCAA has lost sight of its bottom line.
You would be called anti-trans for that statement.
I'm pro-women and pro-fair competition. I spent about 14 years as general counsel for the United States Anti-Doping Agency and had to focus with experts on protecting a fair, level playing field in U.S. sport and sport around the globe. And I understand what increases sport performance, and male biology and female biology are incompatible in terms of a fair sport category. So it's just, I'm not against anybody.
Sure.
I'm for fair competition.
That's what Bob Costas, the well-known sportscaster, he's saying, that he's speaking out against trans athletes in women's sports. He says, look, I'm not transphobic, it's just common sense. Do you call it, is it just common sense, Bill?
It's common sense, it's apparent to everybody, and unfortunately the dialogue has gotten interrupted with a lot of false claims about the science. I've worked with scientists, including Dr. Tommy Lundberg from the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm, Sweden, and that they've had decades of research related to the fundamental question, which is, can a male compete as a woman or at a woman's level through hormone suppression? And the answer in peer-reviewed, published scientific studies is unequivocally no, that can't happen. So what common sense tells people is absolutely confirmed by the science.
What about a separate category for trans athletes?
Well, that would certainly be a lot more fair than making women bear the brunt of the idea of inclusion of trans individuals. I think that there are a number of sports organizations on the international level that have proposed that, and that is the only thing that would be fair if you're going to have another category. But what's important is to protect women
Sure.
and their opportunities, and those are being lost.
What are your thoughts on transgender athletes in the Olympics, which begin in, 5 months' time, I think it is? What are the rules as laid down now?
We've seen it. We saw it in the last Olympic Games in Tokyo, where trans athletes competed in the women's category. Again, those opportunities should be biological females. There's only one kind of female. It's in terms of sport. The categories in sport ought to be divided by sex, because in sport we ought to be about fair competition, safe competition, and so the Olympics go sport by sport. They have different rules depending on the sport. But those sports organizations, again, that are not focused on fair competition, that are focused on something else, are doing a great disservice to women, and they're actually discriminating against women by giving
Bill Bock,
males opportunities.
I got you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us today, Bill. This is a very important subject, and we're glad you're here to cover it for us or help us through it. Bill, thank you very much indeed, sir. Appreciate it.